What is going on, everybody? We're here. Somehow we are live. It's been a while since we've done this stream. Usually, if you guys are used to these streams, we're doing them once a month with the top tier patrons and channel members coming on here, having a good time, just chatting about stuff. Hasn't happened over the last couple months because I've been so freaking busy. They used to happen on Saturdays. My Saturdays are all booked up now, with the exception of like real late night, as you guys may have seen on Flashcast last night. So we moved them to Sundays. So what you can expect is once a month streams like this on Sundays. And then also once a month, we're going to be doing the normal supporter streams. We're just an unlisted live stream that I only give the link to channel members, patrons, local supporters, everybody. So it'll just be me and you guys, a little bit more personal stuff like that. So that's what you can expect starting now. It's been, listen, daylight savings time has hit me rough. It's hitting me rough. Not so much because I lost an hour, but because I lost an hour combined with the fact that, again, if you did watch Flashcast last night, I may have had a little bit to drink. And it's hitting me. It's hitting me this morning. All right. Which is not morning anymore. It's fucking 2 PM. It's hit me harder than it normally does. With that being said, that's why I have, so many more wonderful people to help me get through this stream. And I'm still streaming later tonight. Yes, I'm still getting, so I'm fucking so out of it. I am still doing my stream later. Don't worry about that. I'm still doing my main stream later. It will be happening. But goddamn, I'm getting old. But this stream is not about me. This is about all these awesome people. Sarah Tano,
hey.
What's up?
Hello, and you're not getting old.
I'm not?
No, because I think we're about the same age. And then if you're getting old, that means I'm getting old, and I don't want to get old.
Well, we can't stay young forever. That's the rule. We can't stay young forever.
That's true. All right.
But it's good to have you back on the channel.
Yes, it's good to be back. I took a social media break, but it's I'm kind of inching my way back into things. And yeah, it's good to finally be back here.
Look at the pillow you got in the back there. That's a pillow, right?
Yeah. My brother's Christmas present to me.
Imagine resting your face on Az's screaming head every night. Look at that. There you go.
Yeah, my brother always struggles with what to get me for Christmas. And I say the same thing every year. Just get me something that will make me laugh. And he delivered.
There you go.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. Welcome back to the channel, Sarah. Now, somebody who has been on every fucking single one of these streams, Biggles Metz. Biggles, what's up, man?
Hello, everybody. I am Biggles Metz, the official hype man of RKO Post, and I won't be showing you my wiener. Yeah. So, I'm also the same age as Ryan, and I think he's just dandy at handling his liquor. Okay.
I mean,
there you go.
I'm usually pretty good. Like I don't really get hungover, and even right now, I mean, I feel really fucking bad, but we're powering through. But today is hitting me different for some reason. I don't know why. So it must be something about 2023. I don't know. But thank you for not showing us your wiener, Biggles. That makes at least one stream that I've been on this week where someone didn't show a wiener.
Yeah.
So thank you. We've also got joining us as always, Patty. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? I also promise not to relieve myself on stream live.
That's good. That's good. I'm sure once we introduce everybody, we'll talk about it. I talked about it a little on Flashcast. I'll talk about it a little here too, guys. I don't mind talking about it. But yes, very interesting FNT for anybody that missed it this week.
Yeah, no, I totally missed it.
I missed it
because, like
too.
I said, I haven't been watching since the end of January, so I just go on Twitter on Friday, and it's like all these posts about FNT, and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Subhuman, what's up, man? How you doing?
I just got done reviewing myself just like 5 minutes ago, so you're good.
That's good. That's good. I promise, if I do need to piss, I will. I'll do it off camera. All right.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm taking a 34-hour reset right now. So.
Oh well, nice. Get to
Yeah.
relax a little bit there. That's good.
Yep.
We've also got returning with the sick logo, Heath Nation. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? I'm basically the ambassador to Ryan Kennel that oversees the chaos that is his Discord server. And a lot of people were wondering, when is Ryan going to do another supporter stream? I'm like, guys, he just moved into the house. Cut him some slack. Let him get his stuff in place, you know?
Yeah.
Heath,
go ahead.
Heath, I know you're the ambassador to Discord, but you need to do something about all those dick pics that people have been sending the past couple of days.
Say what now?
My bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But I will, and that's true. Like I probably should have got it fixed by last month, and I wasn't able to. But like because stuff's going on at G&G headquarters and with just other stuff, it's made my Saturdays done, like out. I can't do shit on Saturdays anymore. So
yeah, I understand that.
That's okay.
Yeah,
and also, Sarah, seeing that freaking pillow, it reminds me, you know, we've been all talking about doing like boxing matches and whatnot. I'll tell you what, the best idea ever, a sumo match between Az and Nico Cotto.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
A fundraiser. To be the world's shittiest fundraiser.
We got a couple other peeps that joined us as well. We've got, I think this is the second or third time here. Cassius Victus, what's up, man? How you doing?
Well, not too bad. How's it going with you?
It's going pretty good. I don't think I've talked to you since your Chiefs won the Super Bowl, right?
No, that's so I'm not going to show my dick on stream, but I will go ahead and show this off instead.
Hey, well, there you go. That's something to celebrate for sure.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's less vulgar.
If you say so.
Unless you're a Chargers fan.
Unless you're a Chargers fan or an Eagles fan, probably.
Yeah,
you might want to see Gavin's dick more than you want to see that shirt. Here we go with Mr. J, who probably got confused with daylight savings time like we all did. What's up, man?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, good.
Yeah, gotcha.
We do daylight savings in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So that confused me. Well, quick question, Ryan. From a scale from 1 to 1,000,000, how hard was it for you to keep your mouth shut during that seance? Because you looked like you were about to explode.
During this whole stream or what?
No, during the penis out.
Yeah,
15 minutes. You didn't speak for 15 minutes. Do you know how rare that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
extremely.
Well, when that happened, I kind of wanted to get back on track at things pretty quickly. So I feel like I talked a lot after that, but yeah, like some of the conversation I just wasn't fucking into, obviously.
No.
Well, yeah, let's talk about it, and I'm sure I'll talk about this on my stream as well. Yeah, so Gavin McGinnis came on FNT, and the first hour, I would say, was a little bit different than most FNT conversations because Gavin is a fucking troll. He's a comedian who just, sometimes tries to be funny and sometimes it's not funny. And, he was like, all this shit, this comic book stuff, this entertainment stuff, I think it's kind of for kids. And myself and Jeremy and Shad and Gary basically spent the first hour kind of arguing with him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Over that. We all kind of took our turns.
He can be edgy at times, and then he can be clever at times. He's like a balancing act with his comedy almost. I learned that from Joe Rogan.
and honestly, certainly that's not the kind of show that's going to be for everybody. I do think the conversation itself was a good one to have.
Absolutely.
That are in the culture war about why this is actually fucking important. I think there's way too many people that ignore stuff or are very dismissive of that. And that's part of the reason why sometimes we have a time in the culture war. I think it was a good conversation. But yeah, and I've said it multiple times, if you search a Wizinator and look at a Wizinator, a fucking fake dick disc joke, that's what it is. I fully believe it.
Yeah.
But
even he wouldn't be stupid enough to pull his real dick out.
Exactly, especially if it was that small, right? So, but the thing is, you can't do that shit on somebody else's channel, on someone else's platform.
No.
That's not respectful.
That's
on
a breach
YouTube.
of ethics right there.
Yeah, so
and morals.
So I get it, and yeah, if I just randomly saw that happen, I would think that was fucking funny. But if it's on your own platform, not when it's on someone else's. And so yeah, it'll be good that Gavin McGinnis won't ever be back again. And yeah, like, what else can you expect from a dude who's literally shoved a dildo up his ass before? Yeah, that's who Gavin McGinnis is. So
yeah, I had
style.
I had no idea who Gavin even was until I started, looking things up.
Yeah, I knew who he was, and then when I saw he was on, I'm just like, I agree with a lot of things he says, but he's a douchebag, and I'm just like, nah. I'll cope out this Friday. Go early to bed for once.
Yeah. So, and hey, here you go. It certainly made for some interesting conversation, didn't it?
On Twitter.
Yeah.
The conversation was a good thing, I guess, but him whipping his dong out, that was a bit too far.
Yeah, I also noticed that as the show was going on, I was starting less people in the chat. It was starting to lose views that go on there. Yeah.
You saw what? Say that again.
Views, losing viewers.
Yeah, that's not true. That's a lie that's being said out there. The show peaked at 13,000 viewers, and it was at around 12,000 when all that happened. So it was pretty consistent. It was not as well viewed as a lot of FNTs, but
that's kind of what I meant. I mean, it lost views, but not very many. I mean, I think some people left, but then came back later on and all that.
And
stuff
S wasn't there, so that's probably cost you like 1,000, maybe 1,500 views.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they came back because the thing I hadn't seen it, but I had to go to Sci-Fi's Life to get the full story because I was out working out when it happened, and I feel like a bunch, like you said, Jay and Sub, they came back in when they heard about the bullshit that was going on. I feel like.
Well, there are some people spreading bullshit, like actual lies, and it was at 18,000 viewers, and then it dropped down to 11. It's like literally never fucking happened.
Even still,
that's
good
too much.
That's still good for viewership. Doesn't matter how you slice it. So I don't get why that was such a story.
Like, listen, it's a big show, and so it's not a surprise.
Show.
It's a big show. It's a controversial show, so it's not surprised that a lot of people are going to be talking about it. But there's falsehoods that are out there.
One positive.
That includes all the haters too.
One positive though, as not being there means that the amount of noise goes down 30%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And I love As to death. I do. I would sell my soul for this guy. I've been following him for 9 years. But my God, does he make a lot of noise.
Hey, man.
Good.
What a show for Az to miss. What a show for Az to miss.
Imagine him being on that show. He would have pretty much put Gavin in his place.
Oh, God.
I would love to see an Az versus Gavin.
That's the reason why he didn't come. That's the exact reason why he said to Gary what he doesn't like Gavin, not at all.
Yeah.
And maybe Az is afraid. Maybe Az is afraid he might say something to offend somebody, or it will hit Gary like a boomerang or something. And Az did the correct thing. Said, listen, tonight I'll cope out. You have a great show. See you next Friday, right? So
I like to consider Az the guy with the forgotten fuse because he's the most lovable buffoon you will ever meet in your life. But there are certain moments like that whole, I don't know if you guys saw it, the whole thing where Nina Infinity was going after Vito. Like he went on that Discord. It was zero. I mean, he went on that stream. It was 0 to 100 instantly. And we're like, okay, where the fuck did Az just come from with this? He's like he's got a forgotten fuse, basically.
The guy played rugby for like 20 years, so don't step on his toes.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fuck with them rugby guys.
No.
But yeah, overall, like, hey, I'm looking forward to next FNT for sure.
I bet you are.
And yeah, like at the same time, like myself, Shad, Gary, Jeremy, obviously a lot. We're all pushing back pretty hard on Gavin to if he was actually there to like have a decent conversation. Which
he's a provocateur,
which he wasn't, right? But I think that part of the conversation is good because the reality is there's a lot of fucking people in this culture war that don't think entertainment's important, or they don't think certain aspects of it are important, and that's why they lose oftentimes.
Entertainment dictates culture, culture dictates politics.
Exactly.
Politics.
But
yeah,
let's move off that and get back to entertainment a little bit.
Here.
And That is the Oscars are tonight. Who's gonna be watching the Oscars?
What are the
Anybody?
Oscars?
I am going
wait
to
a
watch
minute, that's still
I'm sorry.
around?
Yeah, we watching.
only
That's
when
still
they
around?
announce
I thought it
the
was
I'm
main
seeing my
event.
ass on YouTube. All right.
I'd rather watch. Hey, I'd rather watch the Odin show.
Yeah, that one. That's
Yeah,
about it.
The Raven
Oh,
Awards.
Yes,
I-
I would love to watch Odin's show.
I
But
would rather see
yeah.
Steph place 12th place in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I want to see Brendan Fraser win the Oscar so I can cry like a little girl.
Good point.
I say
good
this
point.
without shame. The man deserves this Oscar, and I'm going to cry like I've never cried in my entire life. Just sheer happiness for this guy, for the shit that man's been through.
I'd rather wait until Ryan Johnson's trilogy comes out before I watch the Oscars again.
I'm not looking forward to the actual award ceremony itself, but I really do love the fashion show at the red carpet. So I'll be watching
yeah.
that.
All right, I'll give
You
her
are a
that.
woman. It's
Give it to me.
Okay. Yeah.
I love seeing what everyone is wearing and everything like that. Yeah. But
Do you remember?
when it comes to the award ceremony, I don't care. I'll probably.
Oh, there you go. I'll watch Chris Gore's Oscar stream on.
There you go.
With that,
She,
yeah.
like
good
Kate Jim
idea.
just said it in the chat. She just said it in the chat.
Is there an over/under on how many people get slapped tonight?
Oh my God! Here we go again with the
man.
gambling.
Mm.
The
I
gambling.
want it to be
Less than-
over, but it'll probably be under.
There has to be at least a joke about it, right? There has to be at least one fucking joke about a slap or something.
the
So I
host?
do think someone will get fake
Jimmy
slapped.
Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh,
No.
fuck
Jimmy
off.
Kimmel.
Oh.
Fuck that.
All right, where's
I
my
hope
gun?
he gets slapped every single
Yeah.
award. Just walk up and smack him.
I hope Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser tackles him on the
Can
stage.
Matt Damon go up there and smack him?
Okay,
I
that
hope
I will
everybody
pay to
smacks
see.
I'll tell you that, Steve.
Oh God!
Or
yeah,
Woody
where there's like
Harrelson.
like a skit or whatever, because like the Jimmy Kimmel versus Matt Damon, their rivalry. It'd be cool if like Matt
Rivalry.
Damon comes up and just slaps Jimmy Kimmel. That'd be funny.
I hope everyone just pisses in Jimmy Kimmel, pisses on him.
Yeah.
That sounds like an FNT show.
Yeah, goddamn right.
Yeah.
Didn't piss on anyone, just on his own stuff.
That's
He
true.
pull an R. Kelly impression.
FNT Waterworld edition.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, I mean, I feel like
No water
FNP is really easy, right? It's right there.
FNP.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty easy. But yeah, it's actually the Oscars is tonight. I don't know what the ratings will be like, because I don't know how much holdover there might be from the Will Smith thing. It was on pace to be the lowest rated Oscars of all time until Will Smith did that, which is one of the reasons a lot of people thought that it was staged. It's not. Like when you look at what has happened to Will Smith's career and everything since that, it wasn't staged, right?
I don't think
No,
it was
right.
either.
He's destroyed himself.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock waited for the perfect time. I don't know how many of you guys saw that, but Chris Rock waited for the
Not
perfect
yet.
time to
Not
do
yet.
his Netflix special just a
Yes.
week or two before the Oscars, when everybody be talking about the Will Smith stuff again. And you finally let him and Jada Pinkett Smith have it. And I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I
believe
didn't
it
watch
will
the whole
go-
special, but I did watch that bit.
I think the ratings
That
will
was
go
great.
up simply because of Brendan Fraser. People will gonna watch him win because he's got so much love and respect on the online medias. Everybody wants to see this guy win, and the Oscars, they know exactly they have to vote for this guy.
mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Just have to.
And because
It's going to give them so much goodwill. It's going to give them so much goodwill, and they need it right now. They have to They have to vote for him. Everything else would be suicide.
We'll see. The people do love the Brendan Fraser story. Not a ton of people actually went to see The Whale in theaters, but it certainly is getting him a lot of attention. I'm happy for Brendan Fraser. We'll see. I think the fact that you have two movies that wouldn't normally be nominated for Best Picture, like Avatar 2 and Top Gun Maverick, I think is interesting. I don't think none of them have a chance in hell of winning, but
Nope.
the fact that they're nominated is interesting.
Was Top Gun nominated
Best
back
movie.
in that
On
year?
In,
David?
whenever it came out?
1980, whatever? No.
No,
No.
Hell no.
They made
Wow.
good movies back then.
Good question.
Yeah, they made
Yeah,
good
they
movies back
did.
then.
They made good movies.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of the movie that gave the best buzz this year, it would have been Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, for sure. And like,
Yeah.
even when you look at
deserves to win, I think.
the
But
streaming numbers are like insane for Top Gun Maverick. The video on demand sales are insane for them. So I mean, it's people really like that movie. People really like getting back to like Top Gun Maverick isn't even anything necessarily special. It just stands out today because in the 90s, like that's just a 90s movie, man. Like that's about a guy who's, you know, made some mistakes and has struggled a little bit in life. But he has some like core things that he really fucking cares about, willing to do anything for the people that he loves. Not showing the United States military as just enormous piles of shit. Also not going out of the way to like, just like, yeah, you know, fucking celebrate everything, but also just a story with the military. We're not sitting there trying to address all the other political aspects of it. It's just it's just a military movie.
I think Elvis is going to win because it's king. It's Elvis, and it's America. He has to.
Elvis.
It's Elvis or the Banshees of what's called Inisherin or whatever it's called.
What about Everything Everywhere All at Once?
That's what I was thinking. It was going to be that one.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it, but I've heard so many good things about it. Yeah, I think it might be that one.
Is Kay who won? Is he nominated for best supporting actor?
Who?
Yeah, the one who plays Data in Goonies. I can't.
Oh yeah, the Goonie kid.
Yeah, is he nominated for best supporting actor?
I got no fucking idea about any of these things.
I'll look it up. I'm
looking
pretty
at it
sure
now,
he
but I
is. Everything.
I know Angela Bassett is nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Wakanda Forever.
Of course,
Doesn't
because
make
why
sense
not?
to me.
Best movie ever.
What?
Didn't they say she was the best part of the movie?
And when she died, yeah. She may have been the best. Like, she did a fine job in it. Like, it's stunning to me that that got her nominated. You know, like it's just like nothing about that performance stood out other than it was the best part of a bad fucking movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Me neither.
You don't have to. It's not worth seeing.
And the thing, like she's the one that gets the acting nomination
yes.
out of all these MCU movies. I love Angela Bassett, but she's the one that gets the Best Actress nomination, and not Robert Downey Jr., not Chris Pratt, not Chris Evans. Like why her?
She's a black woman.
Exactly. I didn't want to
think of all the Marvel stuff from this year.
Yes.
And like, is there anything else that was worth nominating besides her? And not even her.
Kate Blanchett in Tar. She has a savage scene in that movie. Oh my God, does she tear one of these social justice warriors a new one? Jesus Christ.
Well, isn't she? Is she nominated for Best Actress at all?
Yeah.
But Best Supporting Actress is the one Angela Bassett's nominated for.
Yeah. Black Panther. Oh God, no. Oh. I love Angela Bassett. Oh my, she's done a ton of good roles, but not in that movie.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Kwan. Yeah, he's nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
I hope he wins. Oh my God. And he goes up in a Goonie t-shirt. Please, Lord, let it happen. There's just so many good actors this year that all deserves to win. For the first time in a long time, we can be invested in the people who are actually nominated. I haven't had this for 10 years, maybe even more.
That's good. I wonder if it'll end up being like turning into ratings. You know what I mean? For them. Because Jimmy Kimmel certainly ain't going to get anybody there. He can't get anybody to tune in his own fucking show.
No.
So, like, that's not going to do anything.
That is true. Yeah.
He was the safe choice.
Let me get a couple of super chats that came in. Joe C. Pureblood for 10. Hey, Ryan, just dropping to support the channel. Looking forward to a great stream today. Cheers, bro. Thank you, Joe.
Cool
Appreciate
name.
it. Mark Hendricks for 10. Happy Sunday, my favorite group of people. Hope you guys are doing great. Just got here. Who are y'all speaking of? What happened? Oh, we're talking about the Gavin McGinnis FNT appearance. Devil-Eyed Elvis for 10. Hey, I got your text. I read it this morning, so I will get back to you, man. I'll get back to you. But thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Mike Hill for 5. Tom Hanks won Worst Supporting Actor for Elvis last night at the Razzies.
What?
I didn't see Elvis, but I like Tom Hanks character did look like it just looked like it was so fucking over the top in that movie. But I don't know. I didn't see it.
That's sad to hear.
Mr. J, did you see Elvis?
I haven't seen Elvis.
Not yet.
No.
But I cannot imagine for the life of me Tom Hanks playing a Southerner, and the Colonel was a Southerner.
I agree.
Yeah, I love Tom Hanks. He's one of the best actors for the past 40 years. But playing a Southerner, I don't know. No.
Not the Tom Hanks these days.
No.
Maybe the Tom Hanks a couple of decades ago could have done it.
I can't imagine him playing
Trump,
like somebody from Alabama or something. Like
No.
yeah, some like retarded fucking dude from Alabama. It wouldn't work.
Was it Forrest Gump supposed to be a Southerner?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it
said
up.
like the Tom Hanks from a couple decades ago could have done this, but the Tom Hanks now.
I don't know. He wasn't trying to bang his sister in that movie, so
now
I don't think he's actually from Alabama.
Now the Tom Hanks today is more stale than that hot dog bung in Biggles' background.
Don't you insult this hot dog, all right? I wanted to show my wiener.
I didn't insult the hot dog. I insulted the bun. Thank you very much.
It's a vegan hot dog.
You know what the Oscars would have to do to get me to watch? All you have to do is bring Ricky Gervais back so I can watch the first 10 minutes. That's all.
Yes.
Oh, that would be nice.
Like if they get to the point of being able to let themselves be made fun of like that in a real way, I think that would go a long way for it. Like the idea that people can get shit talked and fucking laugh it off is one that everybody here has, right? All normal people have that because it's what you do with your friends, what you do with everybody, right? So when people get so so uptight and so upset about that, it's a turnoff. And I think that's one of the things we've seen from like the Hollywood release. They can't handle that type of thing. So that's why Ricky won't ever host one of these things again. They can't let him.
An easy fix for the Oscars would to go back to where the Oscars were 40 years ago. If you look at the old Oscars, they look natural. It doesn't look fake. When you look at it now, it looks like they're reading off a screen that what they are allowed to say, what they can say. Their thank you speeches are all pardon my French, fucking same. It's just boring. Go back and see the Oscars from the 60s, 70s, and the early 80s. It's natural. These people are happy. And each thank you speech is different. Today, it's all the same. When the presenters are on stage, they look like fucking robots that they're actually reading from a screen. And
I agree with you, Jay. I agree with you 100%. The Oscars back in the day, they seemed a bit more genuine. They weren't as glamorous as they are now. It didn't have like the overstocked glamour factor, but back in the day, it was more genuine. It was more human.
They had
back then, it was about celebrating the movies, not the people, not the actors and actresses. Not celebrating themselves. It was celebrating movies. It's just like with the Grammys and all the other music awards. So even though those are rigged too, but it's always been about what is being entertained, not about the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the thing from the Will Smith thing, to kind of redirect towards that, I think the most disgusting part of that wasn't that he slapped Chris Rock, like whatever. It was the way Hollywood stood and applauded and gave him an award after.
It was so stupid.
You know what I mean? Like that was
So
the crazy
dumb.
part after like watching what happened, to see him get up there and fucking cry and talk about how tough it was and the struggles. Like that was the part that turned a lot of people off.
Had they had any balls, they would have thrown.
And the after party.
Yeah, the after party, exactly. Everybody hanging out, yeah.
Also, the fact that back then, if he would have done that back in like the 90s or early 2000s, if he would have stepped somebody up on stage for no apparent reason, he would have been security would have had to kick him out.
Yeah, he would have been slammed Daniel Cormier style, that's for sure.
Yeah.
When Denzel Washington talked to him, he should have said to him, "Listen, it's best you leave," right? Because Denzel Washington is like he's got a huge amount of respect in Hollywood. He's like one of the top tiers still. And you could see he was talking to him. At that point, he should have told him, "Listen, you need to go now."
Yeah,
and I think I'm sure there was a lot of people when it happened that were wondering the same thing a lot of other people wondered. Is it staged? Is it real? Like whatever, you know what I mean? But like then once the commercial break happened, once all the other actors were talking to him, at that point it should have been pretty fucking obvious, like that it was real.
I thought it was staged at first, and then I read The Room I looked at everyone else's reactions and I realized, I'm like, oh no, this happened. This was real.
Honestly, I didn't think much of it when it happened. I'm like, yep, this is all just egos clashing at one point in time amongst Hollywood. That was my perspective when it went down.
At least next time, try to slap The Rock, just to see what happens.
Thank you. I've been saying it for years, Jay. Thank you.
Emerald says, I don't know what this means. I don't know who Waffles the Bear is. Probably not. I would take Waffles right now, though. Waffles sounds,
Waffles sounds great.
Next to Bagels.
I'll take Waffles.
Yeah, that's the only bear I see is next to Bagels.
I have a Texas barbecue pork in the roast in the oven right now.
You know what you do? You take that and you slam it between two waffles as a sandwich.
Waffles and pancakes are a very underrated bun for things. Just look at the McGriddle. The McGriddle, fucking best breakfast sandwich you'll ever find.
Yep.
Bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Crepes are surprisingly versatile too.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a sesame.
Well, isn't
bacon and eggs? That's all
pancake.
What's that?
Isn't a crepe just a regular or a miniature pancake?
I think it's a thin,
kind of
thin pancake.
Yeah, I don't know about miniature because I think they're like the same, but they kind of rolled up sometimes though. So I don't know.
Like a pancake burrito.
How many millions? How many millions is Ant-Man going to lose? About 100 million?
Well, not necessarily.
That's another one I haven't seen.
It won't necessarily lose 100 million because you got to think of it this way: like just because it comes 100 million short of breaking even, doesn't necessarily mean the loss is 100 million, right? So,
no, but if it needs to make 500 million to break even, it's at 425 now. It's not been going up very much for the past week, about $2 million.
Oh yeah, it needs to make it needs to make 600 million to break even. Like, let's not fuck around. Like, the reality is it needs 600 million to break even.
Did you hear what Bob Igor said in like response to the Ant-Man's dwindling numbers? Did you hear about that? So it was on Twitter. Someone posted this in your Discord. It was like, Disney CEO Bob Igor says the reason Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania underperformed is because of moviegoers suffering from Star Wars fatigue. Are you fucking kidding me? For real?
He didn't say from Star Wars fatigue. So like that was part of the conversation he did have about it. If you do look into it, he talks about, we have so many characters in Marvel. We really have to make a balance between, hey, do we do something new and fresh with different characters, or do we go back to over and over again? He's like, sequels do well for us, but do we go 3, 4, 5 times back to the same character? So like that's completely misreading. I don't know who's making that noise. Is that
she's trying to open?
You're typing.
Looks like she's trying to open something.
Are you typing?
No.
What were you doing? Are you opening something?
Are you trying to open the Twinkie?
No.
What were you trying to open?
Keep going.
Are you trying to open something?
No.
Like a bag of
You can always mute yourself there, Sarah.
You just mute yourself, Larry.
But anyway, and he was saying that, and that's like a complete misread, right? It's not that the character. People are getting tired of these characters. It's how they're being used, right? Which is why people weren't tired of Thor, in Thor: Love and Thunder. People didn't like that it's become a bastardized version of Thor, and that the entire thing was a promo for female Thor. Like that. That's what they didn't like about it. Not that it's another fucking Thor movie. So.
I think I was watching ESAP yesterday, and Robert Burnett was on there, and he said that one of the reasons why the Marvel movies are trash right now because it's no longer believable. There's nothing real about them. It's all pretty much just kind of like fake and all that. And I actually do believe them, and I believe them.
Bad writing, that's it.
Yeah, bad writing and all that. It's like they can't improve or just kind of set the bar higher than what they did before. So they're just they're just lost right now.
And they take characters that nobody really cares about, even in our community. Ant-Man.
Exactly.
And characters. You have the most popular is of course Spider-Man, but the second most popular is the Fantastic Four. We haven't had a real good movie in what is it, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, halfway good, halfway decent. The last one was absolute puke. They are the second most popular superheroes in the entire Marvel, and they're not utilizing them. Why? I don't understand.
Oh, they're going to be utilizing them, all right.
Oh,
yeah. I think I've already got a little bit of a hint on what they're going to do with the Fantastic Four, but
they're going to be named the Fantastic Inclusion and Diversity Group.
Yeah, the question would be, will they have the balls to call the thing trans?
Actually, I think he's gay, according to what I've read.
Oh, they had such a good.
And of course, they're gonna make Sue Storm the vocal of the whole entire movie.
But answer me this: if the thing is gay and he's made out of rock, where is he going to put that thing? In who?
Or where's it gonna? Or how is he going? Or where's it gonna be inserted?
Exactly.
Imagine having a
power bottom.
Imagine having to jerk off with a rock hand.
Oh my god!
Like, no amount of lube will help. Right? It's a fucking rock.
Dwayne the Cock.
Dwayne the Cock. Yeah.
Dwayne the Cock.
Oh yeah. The only thing is, how I want to know, because we all know the CGI sucks these days for Marvel. Is it gonna be better or worse than what Michael Chiklis did in the first two movies?
Good question.
It's easy because they are making less and less money in the movies they're making. Thus, they have to save the money somewhere else to make up to get a profit. That means the only place they can save money is on the CGI. So the CGI is going to get worse.
Yeah, and let's say it does get better. The fact that this market, like the movie market, is so oversaturated with CGI, people will just not give a shit at that point.
Yeah.
But I always kind of think that the CGI well, yeah, the CGI back then was a lot better than what it is now. But it's like what Az said. Like if you want the best, you gotta buy the best. You know, it doesn't matter how expensive it is; it's worth it.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
So you said something interesting that RMB had said. Whoever was telling that story, that like it doesn't seem believable anymore. And and looking back at like a lot of what Marvel's doing, and the focus is on like all this cosmic shit now.
Yeah, he also said about that too. Because if you watch EFAP with Rags and Fring and all that, shout out to them because that was a great episode. They were doing Jurassic Park. That's where he was kind of focusing on what happened back then to what's going on now.
Yeah, and what I was getting at is that it does seem like all this shit, like the entire Ant-Man movie was in the quantum realm. Thor: Love and Thunder all takes place on another fucking, obviously in another part of the galaxy. A lot of Multiverse of Madness took place not on Earth. So it feels tough to connect to some of that stuff. Like you're watching just sci-fi shit. And I don't know how many people are into that. Like when you have something like Spider-Man that is like, at the end of the day, you're still fucking in New York City. You know what I mean? Like there still is a relatability to that stuff.
And it's not just superhero movies and all that other stuff. It's in other branches of movie. Like horror movies these days are just not the same anymore because it's the same formula. Like I challenge anybody in this panel or anyone in chat to go back and watch the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Compared to these movies now, it's fucking amazing. Just the aesthetic, you know.
I think
watch some of the like B-rated or C-rated horror movies that came out. Some you never heard of, and they're better than what's going on now.
Not long ago, I watched the first Nightmare on Elm Street. Right, I laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
An hour 45. Yeah. I just laughed because it's just kitsch. It's bad. Back then it scared us half to death. The same with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Watch it today. I mean, with all the shit we've seen in the past 30 years, with things like Blair Witch Project and all these good movies. It just doesn't have the same effect anymore.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
If you want to see a really scary movie, watch Event Horizon. I watched it once, and then watch it again.
Like that's why analog horror these days on YouTube is just absolutely killing anything that Hollywood puts out because the aesthetic and the uncanny valley is just what makes those series good. Mandela Kane Pixel's back rooms. Kane Pixel's just got a deal with A24 to make a backrooms movie for them because his work is so good on YouTube.
And watch Japanese and South Korean horror movies.
Oh yeah,
that'll scare you off. If
oh
you
no,
really want to get scared, watch the Silent Sea.
I was watching from Japan, Tomie, which I have from Junji Ito, who's probably one of my favorite writers. But I was also watching Killer Clowns from Mars last night. It's such a classic.
Yeah. So you do have. There's some noise. Let me check and make sure. Hold on. There's some white noise going on with it, and I don't.
You either have to lower her volume or cancel her echo. Go to your settings.
No, those are already all good.
Okay.
Check those things. It's I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the mic, but.
Yeah, no, I'm really sorry if there's something going on in the background. I don't hear anything. There's nothing going on in my background.
Yeah. It doesn't seem as bad right now for some reason.
I'm so sorry if there's something going on.
It stops now.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. The only thing I hear is my APU running. I know somebody else probably hear it back.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was just something that was a little too close to a mic or something, but it sounds fine right now.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's all good.
Or StreamYards or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Because if you don't talk for a while, it like changes everything.
Hey, Bagels, if you lose your wiener, it might help a lot better.
Nothing will happen if I lose my wiener except bad things.
No, yes, please let me know in the chat if something goes on.
You're fine now.
Like I unmuted myself because I'm like, no, there's nothing going on.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine now.
It's fine now. I don't know what it was. It literally sounded like there was a fucking vacuum in the room or something.
Okay.
Or like someone's out blowing leaves and shit.
Again, I'm really sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
We love you, Sarah. We love you.
Nospa Unlimited, you're completely right.
Yeah,
white noise is racist.
I'm literally streaming this from my laptop, from my webcam. I don't have any of this professional setup going on. So if there's any noise, I believe it, but I'm also in very amateur equipment.
All good.
So,
all good.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, I do think. Have you guys seen the most recent rumor with Marvel and the Marvels, which is Brie Larson is how could it be that she was a nightmare on set? How could that be true?
That can't be true.
No way.
Impossible.
I mean, if you look at some of the old interviews with her and some of the other her co-stars, and they'll probably say they're tired of her.
Mm-hmm. It's not like she looks like a bitch in those car commercials she's in.
Yeah, is that what she does?
Is it really that surprising?
I think she's got to be really careful that she doesn't do the Heigl thing and suddenly disappears from Hollywood.
Good point.
Listen, ever since Brie Larson liked my tweet, I've been a big fan. Okay.
That was her best work yet.
Go wash them out.
Yeah, she got a lot of hate for that too.
And she didn't unlike it.
Nope.
Yeah, it's still good. Still there. She only just liked like 20 tweets since then, and it's still there. Yeah. Bert for $2. Angela Bassett should have been Storm, not Holly Bailey or Holly Berry.
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably would have kept with the accent.
Yeah.
Halle Berry gave up on that after one movie.
Kate J, what's up, Kate? For $10. Aside from it being a good movie, do you think Top Gun being nominated is a way for Hollywood to try to save face with the general public and nominate films that are popular like they used to? I think that I don't know how much of it to save face, but I think that when you look at, I'm pretty sure Jerry Bruckheimer is the producer for that. Tom Cruise. When you look at some of the people involved, it is like Hollywood names. The same reason for like Avatar 2, like that's James Cameron. James Cameron is a fucking like Hollywood legend. So I don't know how much of it is they're trying to save face with people in general, or whether it's just like if they were to fucking ignore that and ignore some of that stuff with those names involved, that's not something that they would be really able to get away with. But yeah, obviously the people within Hollywood, you saw Steven Spielberg talking to Tom Cruise about how he saved the fucking film industry. You know, I think a lot of people in Hollywood do appreciate what that movie did. For sure.
No, that would have been fine. We would have bailed him out a second time.
Yeah.
The fact that he comes out and say this movie's for the fans, I'm going to hold back until I can put it in the movie theaters. I think that rang a lot of bells in Hollywood saying, okay, that's the guy we want to put our money behind because he says the right thing and he makes us money. And it's Tom Cruise, he's Hollywood royalty, so you know.
And like they, you know, at that moment in time, they were putting a lot of things onto streaming services. When you look at Wonder Woman 84, what they did with that, like Black Widow, obviously, a lot of people were experimenting, and Tom Cruise is like, no, fuck no. We're going to delay it as long as we need to. It's been fucking 34 years. They can wait 2 more years, right?
Yeah.
Like, we'll delay it as long as we need to. It needs to be ready for a full box office release. And he was 100% right. Yeah, he could have, I mean, he could have gambled and lost, you know? Because they're sitting there, like, they borrowed money to make that. That's how a lot of these productions work. They don't just get, like, a check for $200 million. They end up using a loan. And they take out loans that have interest on a lot of this money they use to make these movies. So delaying something can cost you more because it's longer that you're not paying back what you owe for these things. So
harder to take out a loan,
but
than
the
one
product will be better.
Yeah.
Delay it.
But thank you, Kate. I appreciate the super chat, and yeah, it is interesting that we had a couple kind of normal things nominated for Best Picture, 100%. TJ Singh,
but you think you're gonna win?
TJ Singh for 40 somethings. I don't know what that is. Namaste, global mantra. Go woke, go broke. It's true. That's what happened. That's what happened in the MCU right now. But yeah, I think that Brie Larson's The Marvels is going to be, that's going to be the biggest Marvel disaster of 2023. And it's already getting started off to a bad start with Ant-Man. But Captain Marvel 2, which has now become The Marvels, is going to be really fucking bad.
The thing is, I was so excited for Ant-Man. I took like a big social media break. So I was like watching like just the TV spots of Ant-Man. I was like, oh my God, this looks so good. So good. And then my friend was just like, it's okay. And I'm like, okay, I won't watch it then. Because if you think it's okay, then I'm going to think it's crap. So
yeah,
I didn't even go.
Yeah, the pushback that got from critics is really bad. And the pushback it got from critics is really bad. And certainly there's not a whole lot of energy behind it. Kind of like me today, due to mine. If you got here late, I was on Flashcast really late last night. I drank way too fucking much, and it's hitting me a little hard. So apparently Heath says that's a rufia. India's.
Yeah, so basically that's like $2 here. So
rufia.
Right, that's more than what Dan Vass's currency.
Yeah, currencies is different in India. So
I told you for years, Ryan, you're a weak drinker, and you're still a weak drinker.
Got your back, TJ.
Usually don't have any. Usually I don't have any fucking problems the day after. I've gotten hungover like less than a handful of times in my life.
Ryan, you're getting old.
Well, you don't want to end up like Steph and get drunk and go yell at parked cars.
What?
Steph, when she gets drunk, she go yell at parked cars.
Please tell me she does it in Spanish. Please, Lord, tell me she does it in Spanish.
Now, this is an old clip that Lethal showed on the Full Asia about a year or two ago. I think it's still somewhere around. I don't know where it is. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, I remember the one you're talking about. I remember that. Mm-hmm. No, I was just yelling on a stream. Everyone's saying I'm getting old. Fuck all you guys in the chat.
No.
You're getting old.
I don't know how. My birthday's coming up next month.
I'm pretty sure. No,
Same.
I don't want to get old. No.
When you start getting the hangovers, that's when you know that it's starting.
Yep.
Yeah, I aspire to be a grown up.
When he has to get up at night to go take a piss, that's where he knows it's starting.
That's not gonna happen.
You want to make that bet?
Yeah, I'll die before then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, I mean, if you look at Biggles' wiener, it's bleeding red.
Yeah, my wiener is bleeding. Yep, that's exactly what's happening.
Are you implying that Ryan Kinnell is the second coming of Keemstar by calling him a garden gnome? The hell's the matter with you?
Well, he has
Wow.
I just want to say, for the record, Ryan has a better beard.
Okay, yeah, true. And
Keem?
he has hair on his head.
Keem's got a pretty good beard. But yeah, I try to keep it. I try to keep it away from like the point. But yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. It's good. Put some beard oil in it.
I do every morning. But what was I even talking about?
Getting old. Because you're getting
Brie
old.
Larson.
My mom just walked in and was like, I bet Ryan's got hair elsewhere too.
Why is your mom talking about Ryan's hair?
I know. That's what I'm wondering. Is there something you're not telling us over there?
I was gonna
Wait,
say,
hold on, Heath. Do you have an Xbox?
She asked me to shave, so I don't know what her preference is, but I assume
You got your first old woman simp, Brian.
not the first.
I doubt it's the first.
Yeah, not the first. Mike Hill for $5. Switch to DC. What do you expect for Shazam next week? I expect it to be not a good movie, but not terrible. I expect it to be maybe a slight downgrade from the first one, but I think the box office is going to be really fucking bad, like really bad.
You think it might do?
They're gonna have
You
a
might
gay
do
character.
Do you think it'll do better or the same as Ant-Man?
Worse.
Oh,
Worse.
it's not going to make near that much money.
No.
The first one made $362 million at the box office, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So I would be surprised if this one made that.
And not even Superwoman showing up in it will
Wonder
save
Woman.
it. Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Unless
Gal
it has
Gadot
good
is
word
in
of
this
mouth.
movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see it, and as you remember, Ryan, Shazam 1 was my favorite movie for superhero movies.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
should
gonna
have the
see
Flash coming out too. That might make bank.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first Shazam personally. I had a laugh at every turn. The second one, I just hearing everything that's coming out, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to go see this for my birthday.
Yeah, I think that, and somebody mentioned it, that they've got the Wonder Woman, like, they've been over the past couple of weeks, they've been very vocal about, they've been very vocal about, or they've been very active to promote the Wonder Woman spot in trailers and stuff. But it would be a great surprise, right? But they can't afford that. They can't afford to do that. They need people to know, to hope desperately that brings a couple people there.
And that one of them is gay, by the way. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
That's what they
Very
were pushing
important.
for.
Very important that he's gay. It makes him a totally different superhero.
Well, no, it makes him invincible.
Yeah.
Flies with rainbows.
Yeah. You can't be touched.
Here we go. I can't find an actual thing, so I guess I'll just find somebody who took a video of their TV. But here's the shot from Wonder Woman, or from Wonder Woman in Shazam. Like, you see her boots, and then you see this. Stick to saving the world, kid, is what she says.
Wow.
But it's like that could have been a cool cameo, but now they're doing their best to show that she's going to be in it to try to get people there. Remember, they didn't do that with Henry Cavill, right? They didn't want to tell anybody, and it was a big surprise, even though kind of everybody knew. Maybe they think that bit him in the ass with Black Adam. I don't know.
Well,
that might be why.
That is because they thought that Dwayne Johnson alone was enough to get people in the seats. Because he is, per definition, the most the biggest superstar in the world. He's the one who makes the most money, and he hasn't had a flop for quite some time now. So they thought, well, it's Dwayne Johnson. He's going to make money. We don't need to say that Henry Cavill is in the movie. We will surprise them, right? They can't do this in this one because none of these actors have the Rock's push. None of them. I love what's his face, Shazam. What's it called?
Zachary Levi?
Yeah, I like him as an actor, but he doesn't pull people. He doesn't put butts in the seat.
They also have Adam Brody too. He's fucking awesome.
The first one was a success because it was a limited budget, $80 million budget, fucking movie that is not bad, good little movie out there, makes $360 million at the box office, good profit. Then they decided to make the budget like 125, 135. So now your break-even point is basically that number that you made the first time at the box office. And I think that's gonna end up fucking biting him in the ass because between people are just kind of tired of it, and also with the DC reboot, coming, that nobody knows who these characters are sticking around. Not a lot of people want to be invested in what's going on now, so it's a lose-lose situation for them.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not going to go see it, because if I don't get a Shazam 3, why do I care about Shazam 2?
Well, maybe it's that's kind of a. I don't know if I would look at something like that, because I don't think everything needs to go on forever. But
I want Shazam to go on forever, and now I'm not excited because they're getting rid of it. Okay?
Yeah, it's the same people
I
that
love
Spider-Man.
that
Look what
first
happened.
movie, Ryan. Okay?
Well, yeah, but what if it's just a fucking good movie with the character that you really like?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're getting rid of him. So, they might be getting rid of him, so I don't care anymore. I'll go watch something else. I'll watch the first one again. All right, that's...
So one-offs are not your thing then.
Yeah. Why would you watch the first one again if you know that they're not bringing him back?
I don't know.
That's right. Okay, all right.
But it was the only thing I liked. Okay, and they ruined it.
I would like them to stop making these movies comedies.
Yeah,
I think
he's doing.
I think Shazam is finding like a lighthearted.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Kids.
The comic books are like
they're
that.
kids. They're all kids.
But I agree with you in terms of because we're not really talking about that. We're talking about every fucking movie. Every fucking superhero movie is
Shazam, you can get away with it. Flash, okay. Batman and Superman, no.
Especially Batman.
I hated Thor.
Funny Thor.
No, yeah, the third one. My name is Kork.
Love and Thunder.
I have
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
I hate that movie. Why stop making these movies for kids? These are people trying to prevent the destruction of the fucking universe. It's not for kids.
Because they're copying everything from Guardians of the Galaxy. They got to put that comedy in there.
Yeah, they're trying to put the charm. I agree, Sub.
Yeah.
They're trying to put that same charm into other places. It's like you can't really do that with certain characters, though. You gotta stay within the element, at least that was shown in the comics,
Yeah, I mean, look at Daredevil. Look what they're about to do, or the Punisher. What they're about to do to him.
Oh my fuck! Don't get me started on Punisher.
I love that show. I've loved that show from the first episode, and they're castrate him.
Yeah, no. What Disney's about to do to the Defenders is, I'm not looking forward to it.
But that was Sarah. That was kind of like. We kind of knew that was going to happen.
Oh, no, I knew it was going to happen too, but I'm not looking forward to it. They already ruined Daredevil, and
they are going to make the Punisher. They're going to make the Punisher into the Iron Fist,
and then they're eventually going to ruin my favorite, which is Jessica Jones.
No, they're gonna make her the main bitch. The girl boss.
No, that's
and she can beat everybody.
They are going to ruin her.
She's going to be so strong, she doesn't need Infinity Stones.
She don't need a man.
Well,
I don't need no man.
She didn't in season 1. Really?
Well, she did until she hooked up with Luke Cage.
Yeah, Jessica Jones just needed dick in season 1. That's all she needed.
Yeah, that's all she needed. That's definitely all she needed.
She was like, "Come here, give me that dick," and that was season 1 of Jessica Jones.
Which is what?
No, but season 1 of Jessica Jones was amazing.
I think that
I love Jessica.
I think
that's one of my biggest cosplays when I go to cons is Jessica Jones.
Think of and that was made 5, 6, 7 years ago, whenever it was made.
Yeah.
Think about even just if that was made today, of how the idea of a man mentally controlling a woman like that and the things it'd make you do, and how much more that would be played up and distracting from the
it would
actual
be so different today if it was made today. Thank God it was made in 2000 whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't even that long ago.
That season 1 was good. It was really good.
Same
and also Cage. I love David Tennant, so
same with Luke Cage. Great first season. Really good first season.
And it was a great intro to Luke Cage too.
Yeah.
And I watched
that wasn't really that good either.
And
But I mean, both of those shows killed their best parts, which is they killed
Cottonmouth for Luke Cage.
Yeah, they killed Cottonmouth for Luke Cage, and they killed Kilgrave for Jessica Jones. So it's like your best two characters in these shows that everyone loves, and you're just going to kill them off. Okay, that's one way to go, I suppose.
At least Kilgrave got to the end.
Yeah.
Like, how hard would it have been for them to capture Kilgrave, stuff him in the raft, and then have him escape later?
I would love to see Kilgrave go up against Thanos.
What? He tells him to go fuck himself, and Thanos just kills or fucks himself to death.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to see. I want to see, like, Kilgrave could have saved the universe if he would have went against Thanos.
I would have also liked to see him be purple.
I mean, anything's possible, and I know anything's possible in Marvel. Didn't you remember the animated series from back in the day? Didn't Ghost Rider go up against Galactus?
Yep.
I'm just saying.
That's true. All right.
Mark Hendricks for 5. I gotta go pick up my mom. Ryan, hope you feel better. Me too. Had fun today. Thanks for everyone in the chat. You're all great people. Take care. Bye. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. And I've got whiskey just sitting right here, and I'm debating whether or not I should have any.
I would recommend
It's Sunday. Go ahead.
I got another stream to do after this.
So what?
Yeah.
Get that caffeine going, Ryan.
We've seen you drunk on a stream before. All right.
If you want to get rid of the hangover, having some alcohol.
I don't, Sarah. You do know what happens when he gets drunk, right? He becomes nice. Yeah, he becomes nice.
So that explains Orlando.
Yeah, but it's also disturbing when he gets too nice.
It is a little weird.
I was pretty drunk on
it's a little
Flashcast
weird.
last night. I was pretty drunk on Flashcast last night.
Yeah, I didn't watch Flashcast.
And I was on there till 4:30 in the morning.
Good God.
Fucking daylight savings time.
Oh yeah, I was up at 4:30 in the morning.
Shit, I was up at 3:30 this morning. That's Central Time.
I was
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly, Kate.
I'm
trying not to. I'm trying.
Eventually you'll pass out, Ryan.
Yeah.
Drink more, you'll care less. So just drink. And I say this as I am drinking coffee.
I can't because I have got to do my stream later, and I need to get some good video clips out of it because I've got stuff I got to do tomorrow. So, so I would like to, but Jared's right. Daylight saving time needs to be abolished.
No.
Yeah. Let's move to Arizona. It's gone.
Yeah. I don't have it here. It's great.
Yeah, so that's kind of what me.
What do we
Longer daylight means happiness.
Do we take winter time or summertime?
Just the permanent more daylight time.
Yeah, because that's the wrong thing. Because normal time is winter time.
Yeah,
that's called
We
normal.
could just keep daylight savings time for the rest of our lives. I'll be fine with that.
We take whichever one gives me California time zone.
I don't give a fuck what time it is, and I don't care how much daylight is. It doesn't fucking matter as long as I don't fucking randomly lose an hour on one fucking given day. That's all I care about.
But it's one day out of 365 days.
You want to talk about global?
I have to go through all 4 time zones with my job. You really think that I'm gonna lose 1 hour
and knowing how you
late somewhere?
Talking about first world problems.
Knowing how how truckers like you work, Sub, you all use the same time. I get it completely. We have the same issues at the lumberyard with our truck drivers who have to use universal time and shit. The whole point of daylight savings, you know how daylight savings time came about?
Yes.
It was a joke that was made by one of our founding fathers in response to farmers' issues.
Yes.
It was a fucking joke that got taken too seriously.
Yep.
Yeah. How many of those things are out there?
Yeah.
Well, how dare you make a joke? Fuck that guy.
I think that we should just go full globalist. This is the only thing I want to go globalist with. Everybody's on the fucking same time. Everybody just what do you want to do? Greenwich Mean Time, whatever it is, right? And then guess what? Everybody it doesn't matter if it's fucking 2200 and we're starting our morning. I don't give a fuck. Then I never have to change. That's all I care about is how I'm affected.
We all know truckers run on one time and one time only. It's called fuck you time.
Yeah, pretty much. It's called either get there early or get there late or don't get there at all.
I'm there when I'm there.
That's it. I'll show when I fucking feel like it.
That's exactly right.
It was, Tyler. It was. But it was said as a joke, which is fucking stupid.
Well, a lot of things start as a joke, sometimes get taken too far. And some things that are good end up as jokes. So, but what was I going to say?
When does the Oscar start?
When is what? The Oscars? I don't fucking know.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Probably,
I'm going to be doing something else.
It's probably like 6 or 7 o'clock.
Maybe Pacific time.
Yeah, Pacific time.
What channel is the Oscars
Probably 8 p.m. Eastern or something.
Is it ABC?
When does the
I think it's CBS.
Start?
I don't know anything about the
8 p.m. is when the Oscars start, so I'll be watching for an hour, and then I'll watch The Last of Us.
Good guess. I don't watch gay TV shows, so I won't watch The Last of Us.
Like I said, I stay my ass on YouTube.
I'm probably gonna get back and read some manga tonight. I got some.
Have you been enjoying Last of Us, Sarah? I haven't watched it.
I have really been enjoying Last of Us, and I've been watching the gameplay as well. Throughout the episodes. The only episode that I think I didn't like, which a lot of people did love, was episode 3.
You didn't like watching two dudes fuck?
No. I mean, if it wasn't The Last of Us,
that's homophobic.
That was a great episode of television. But it was the 3rd episode of a 9-episode season, and already you're straying from the main storyline to give us this side story of these two guys who are barely in the game.
They're not even in the game.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, really? I wouldn't know. I didn't play the game.
I thought they were.
Why would you make that statement?
Nick Offerman's character is in the game. But he doesn't play a huge role. As far as I've seen so far, I don't know if he comes back, but episode 3 was the only one where I was like, all right, this is great television, but not for this show, and especially not for episode 3 of this show. I feel like you should have progressed the plot forward, and I feel like episode 3 didn't. So episode 3 right now is my least favorite, but other than that, I feel like everything has been very as accurate to the game that I can have
season 2
right now. No, I know what happens in season 2. I know what happens in The Last of Us too. So
hey Biggles. Remember, I think it was like a couple of months ago, we were watching Lethal stream, and he was talking. People were asking if The Last of Us was like related to The Walking Dead.
I love The Walking Dead.
I did too. People thought it was actually related to it.
I don't remember that.
You probably missed that stream then. It was. I think it was on one of his like regular day streams, or I can't remember. But I was watching, like, oh my god, these people are so stupid. They actually think that this is somehow related to The Walking Dead.
Oh, Walking. I could go on and on about The Walking Dead. I freaking love.
So can they? Like they somehow got fucking 13, 14 seasons out of it. So.
Supernatural
11,
all day long.
Yes.
Supernatural all day long.
Love the first 5 seasons.
I like Supernatural.
I'm actually rewatching The Walking Dead right now. I'm on season 2.
Read the comic books,
which is probably my favorite of The Walking Dead. Is season 2.
Is that at the prison?
That's the barn.
The barn.
Because it's so good character-wise. Like the story doesn't really progress, but like the characters do. So that's why I love season 2. I'm all about the characters. So I love season 2 of The Walking Dead. I think season 6 was like the last really good season of The Walking Dead before it went to shit. But season 9 made a comeback. Like season 9 is like really good. But then after that, it just goes to shit again. I'm sorry. I went way off topic.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching like season 7 or season 8 or something like that. So I'm not fully caught up on everything, but
Yeah,
there's certainly some better seasons and some worse ones.
Yeah, Negan was actually what made me start watching. I didn't start watching The Walking Dead until like season 6, and it was because of Negan.
I stopped watching after the first episode.
Wow.
I stopped watching before the first episode.
And that's why I like you both the most.
I thought watch after I saw the first commercial for it.
All I saw was just another generic zombie show.
Yeah, I'm actually tired of all the zombie
I feel like there was
shows.
a ton of zombie shows back then.
Not really.
Well, zombie content, more generic zombie content.
Yeah, zombie content.
Yeah, we'll see. This is the final season though, right? Like, is it officially over?
It's done.
No? It's done.
I mean, there's 3 spin-offs coming. There's
the whole thing air though. That's my question. Like,
yeah, no, the parent show, like the main show, is done, but they do have
Fear the Walking Dead
3 spin-offs. They have Maggie and Negan. That's one spin-off, and then they have Daryl, and then they have Rick and Michonne.
Yeah,
they have 3 spin-offs coming.
The Rick and Michonne one's gonna be interesting. Like the fact that they got Rick to come back for that, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's get off.
I have to fucking end the stream because I need to probably lay down before my next stream.
To die.
Yeah,
you're getting old, Ryan.
Fuck you.
Just admit it.
Yeah,
getting old.
Well, I'm not getting young, but clearly I'm aging, but that's not why I don't know what combination of factors led to me actually getting hungover. I don't know.
Lack of water.
But you're
probably.
not getting old.
Yeah, like a water.
Damn it.
But I'm not
getting old. I don't want to get old.
Well,
everybody dies.
Hope like a nap. But before we do that, let's let everybody know who you are. If you got anything to promote, go for it. Sarah Tano.
I got nothing to promote. Unless you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Sarah_Tano. On YouTube, it's Sarah_Tano. That's it.
There you go. Awesome. Check out Sarah Biggles. What do you got going on, man?
Hi. I just post videos of me playing video games and sometimes yelling about them.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Really? Sometimes? Yes. You just all the time. I mean, I see you. I watch your streams. You yell all the time.
Yeah.
Especially Yu-Gi-Oh streams.
Yeah, but I haven't done a Yu-Gi-Oh stream in like a year. Okay, so it's just youtube.com/BigglesMets. That's it. Yeah.
There you go. Check him out. Patty, you never have anything to promote, but is there any?
And I still don't.
Still don't. Okay. Thanks for coming, man.
Always.
Subhuman, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter and here on YouTube, same name, Subhuman84. Nothing really going on the channel right now since it's getting close to being really, really busy. So, right now, channel's on the back burner right now, so I can start doing other things with it. So that's about it.
Well, hey man, enjoy the little bit of time off you have before it gets crazy.
Hey, look, like I said, I would love to do more with my channel, but right now, job's more important than my little hobby that I'm doing. So it's pretty much what YouTube is just a hobby. Get in there every chance they get, but right now, job's more important. People need supplies, you know.
It's true. Heath Nation, what about you, buddy?
I'm trying to speak, but at the same time, old man's doing garbage bag, so hopefully I don't catch all that sound in the background. But what's going on, everybody? This is Heath Nation 2465, and I upload a plethora of content on my YouTube, but you can mostly find me on my Switch, my Twitch. Blah. I can English properly, can I? But you can find me on Twitch playing a plethora of games, whether it be multiplayer games like Fortnite or throwback games like Splinter Cell and Mortal Kombat.
That's a good game.
When I'm not on my Twitch, you can mostly find me uploading sparingly on YouTube. A couple months ago, Arcasul, who you guys might know, was holding a big Fortnite tournament called Thunder Run next Sunday. I have a movie based on that, their best matches. It will feature some of the more prominent faces from Geeks and Gamers, whether it be Locked and Load Latinos, Jay Hailstorm, Beardo, and a bunch of other a colorful cast from the Fellowship. So be on the lookout for that. And then next month, I'll have my birthday. I plan on doing a birthday stream and a 12-hour stream the next day. So be on the lookout on my Twitch. That being said, I'm outro. The Ambassador signs off.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man. Cassius Victus. What about you?
Hi. Well, you can catch me on Twitch. I try to stream 3 times a week, usually in the mornings. Usually RPGs is what I go for. Or if you want to, I have a YouTube channel where I have been making some build videos for Pathfinder. So if any of those things interest you, I'll talk to you.
You froze a little bit on that. You said if any of those things interest you, and then you froze and cut out. Can you repeat that?
Either of those interest you, come say hi.
There you go. Awesome. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate you being here. And of course, the old man himself, Mr. J.
9999. I have nothing. I do have Twitch, but not Twitter. But leave me alone. I'm old. I'm cranky.
He's upset because he has to wake up so many times in the middle of the night to pee.
I love it.
Bert for $2 says Ryan's trying to dip to for the Purdue game. I am probably gonna have it on while I'm laying down. I'm hoping I'm asleep during the first half of the Purdue game. That's the goal.
Okay, what are the odds that Ryan is going to be late for his next stream?
Well, what do you mean by late?
Yeah, you're going to sleep over it.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
I don't think he's gonna do F&T late.
No,
I
might be
5 minutes like normal.
5 or 10 minutes. That's the normal range for me being late for that stream. But no, my plan is to crash for an hour. We'll see if that works. But hey, thank you to all these wonderful people for being here. We're going to be doing this at 2 o'clock one Sunday a month right here on this channel. So that's the time frame you can get used to for it. But good to see everybody again. Good to see you guys in the chat. I'm going to try to fucking rest, drink some more water, and fucking be ready to rock and roll for tonight.
Get some.
I'm going to try to sleep. I don't need coffee.
Get some fast food. You need some fat in your body.
All right, fine. Go
Taco Bell.
No.
No.
DK, have it your way.
Do not sing that song.
All right. But thank you guys. And if you do want to be part of the stream, you can be one of the top tier members or top tier patrons. Just check those out. I put those links in the community tab on my main channel or on the patron link for my patrons. So appreciate the hell out of you guys. And we will talk to you next time. I'll talk to you guys in like a couple hours. Bye.